All right, let's talk about something incredible. It's this non-stop, totally silent work your body is doing every single second just to keep you alive and stable. It's called homeostasis, and it's basically your body's secret balancing act.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Whether it's boiling hot outside or freezing cold, whether you just ate a huge meal or haven't eaten all day, your internal world stays almost exactly the same. So how in the world does your body pull off this amazing tightrope walk? Well, the answer is a really elegant biological principle that's always working behind the scenes.
To really get it, you first have to appreciate what your body is up against. It's in a constant battle against the chaos of the outside world, and frankly, even against the chaos you sometimes create on the inside.
And the master plan for winning that battle is homeostasis. Now, this isn't about being static or frozen in place. No, it's about actively maintaining a stable internal environment, a sort of perfect set point, so that all your tiny cells can do their jobs perfectly, no matter what's going on around you.
So what's the secret weapon? How does the body actually do this? It uses this incredibly powerful and elegant tool, almost like a biological superpower, known as negative feedback.
Negative feedback is basically your body's own self-correcting thermostat. If something inside you gets too high, it works to bring it down. If it drops too low, it brings it right back up. Its entire purpose is to notice a change and then do the opposite to get things back to normal.
And what you're seeing here is that process in action. It's not a one-time fix. You see, it's a continuous loop. Your body is always monitoring, always detecting, and always correcting to keep you in that perfect, narrow, healthy range.
So let's break that loop down nice and simple. First, something happens that pushes your body away from that perfect set point. Second, your body's sensors detect that change. Third, it flips a switch and activates the right tools to fix it. Fourth, those tools do their job and bring conditions back to where they should be. And finally, and this part is so important, those tools get switched off so you don't overshoot the mark and create a whole new problem.
Okay, I know that might sound a little bit abstract, so let's look at a perfect everyday example that's probably happening inside you right now: managing your blood sugar.
So picture this, you just chugged a sugary soda. You've basically flooded your system with sugar, and your blood glucose level shoots way up. Well, that negative feedback loop immediately kicks into high gear.
Now, what's so cool about this is how the system works in both directions. When your blood sugar goes up, like you see on the left, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin is like a key that tells your liver and other cells to grab that extra glucose out of the blood and store it for later. But what if you haven't eaten in a while and your sugar gets too low? Well, as you can see on the right, the pancreas releases a different hormone, glucagon, that tells the liver, hey, release that glucose we stored.
So the takeaway here is that insulin and glucagon are like a team of opposites. Insulin's job is to lower blood sugar when it's high. Glucagon's job is to raise blood sugar when it's low. And together, they keep your blood glucose right in that sweet spot.
And here's a quick tip, because these words are incredibly easy to mix up. Just remember, glucagon is the hormone. It's the signal that the glucose is gone from the blood and needs to be replaced. Glycogen is the actual stuff being stored, the glucose itself. Getting that little difference right is key to understanding the whole thing.
This whole system is just so elegant and efficient, right? But what happens if a key part of this negative feedback loop breaks down? Well, the consequences can be really serious.
And this is exactly what happens in type 1 diabetes. The cells in the pancreas that are supposed to make insulin are destroyed. So that means when blood sugar spikes, there's no insulin to tell the liver to store it. The corrective mechanism is just gone. The loop is broken.
Without that control, blood sugar levels can soar to dangerous heights. The body desperately tries to flush out all that extra sugar in the urine, which makes you incredibly thirsty. Your cells are starved for energy, which makes you feel weak and tired. You see, these aren't random symptoms. They are the direct results of a homeostatic system in full-blown crisis.
So if the internal loop is broken, how do you possibly fix it? Well, you have to create an external one. People with type 1 diabetes essentially have to manually take over the job of that negative feedback loop. They have to monitor their levels to detect the change. They inject insulin to provide the corrective mechanism, and they carefully manage their diet and exercise to help keep everything as stable as possible. They are effectively the control center for their own body's balance. You know, we've just focused on blood sugar, but your body is doing this for your temperature, your pH levels, your water balance, and hundreds of other things all at once. This constant, invisible work, it isn't just a feature of being alive.
In so many ways, it is the very definition of it. It's a tireless, delicate dance between chaos and order, and it's happening right now, inside you.